Hi, welcome back to the channel, Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we're doing another timeless pick-a-card reading on what do people secretly think behind your back but won't say. So we have 4 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have Tarot of the Divine. Pile number 2, we have the Hermetic Tarot. Pile number 3, we have Tarot of the Divine Masculine. And pile number 4, we have the Deviant Moon Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively, and the timestamp will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose Tarot of the Divine, this is going to be your reading. Today it's going to be a timeless reading on what do people secretly think about you but won't say. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, help me tap into what do pile number 1, what do people say behind pile, what do people think about pile number 1 secretly but won't say. What do people think about pile number 1 secretly but they won't say. What do people think about pile number 1 secretly but won't say? What do people think about pile number 1 secretly but won't say? It's going to take a minute. Just one more card. Okay, got it. Thank you, Spirit. So we have Hermit to begin with. What do I feel people secretly think about you but won't say is pile number 1. I feel most of y'all are introverts of some kind. You like to spend time by yourself. You like long periods of solitude with yourself for sure. And what people secretly think about you but won't say is they definitely think you're very wise. They definitely think you're an old soul. You definitely carry with you some deep arcane knowledge. I feel a lot of y'all may be too young to know certain things that you know. People may think that you're wise beyond your years here, pile number 1. And yeah, again, I'm getting a very similar vibe here with the 10 of coins. We have this old doggy master here, so to speak. And what I'm getting here is, yeah, people think you have this very cool vibe about you. You're very laid back. You're very wise. You know yourself. You know, I think people think that you're very self-aware in like the most positive kind of way. And people secretly think of you but won't say is that they definitely see you as a great support system here. People definitely see you as someone who's very reliable, someone who's very loyal, someone they can really count upon here. And despite all this, you still carry a sense of youthfulness about you here. So we have the Page of Coins, and what I'm getting here is people really see you as someone who has a very healthy relationship with their inner child here. You're someone who's very, very much in touch with your inner child, and you still retain a sense of innocence about you despite certain things that you may have gone through that people especially who know your story here. You know, you don't seem to be fazed by anything that, you know, you have, the universe has sort of put you through to transform into who you are right now. And that's exactly what I'm getting here. People see you as, oh, I just noticed. So we have the Emperor and the King of Wands. So again, in a lot of my readings, I'm getting the Emperor and the King of Wands together, and secretly I get it for myself too. And what I'm getting here is people definitely see you as a visionary leader. People definitely see you as someone who's a pioneer in whatever they're doing right now. You know, you have a very prodigious vibe about you, and I know this is not something that you think of yourself. I don't think you think so highly of yourself here. I think you're very humble, pile number one. And that's what another thing people really secretly think about you, that despite the talent that you have, despite the resilience you have, you're you have a great sense of humility, and you know that no one is greater than the other person here. And people definitely see you as someone who makes the right choices, and someone who transforms for the better every time. I feel you may have had a glow up recently in the way you look. People are definitely speaking about that, and this is something they think about secretly for sure. People find you very attractive. You're also someone who's very conventionally good looking here, pile number one. And yeah, people see you secretly as the leader. People see you as someone who makes the right choices with the lover's card, and they definitely see you as someone who would make the right choices in the future in terms of leading the way for a lot of people here. I'm really picking up a Moses vibe here, so to speak. You're sort of leading people. And even though you don't see yourself particularly as a leader here, again, it's a general reading, take what resonates, leave the rest. But even just because you don't see yourself as a leader doesn't mean other people don't. People definitely see the deep potential that you have within you, and this is something that they secretly think about but won't say to you. And yeah, they definitely see you as someone who has a lot of courage. You are someone who would fight a whole group of people, a whole crowd of a whole room full of people to just prove your point when you know you're right. You're not someone who gives into conformity. You definitely have a very free rebelliousness about you. You have this very beautiful bashfulness about you. You could be a Capricorn, you could be an Aries, you could have any of those prominent placements in your chart. And yeah, people definitely see you as someone who's not really scared to pave the way. People secretly think of you as someone who's not afraid to go into places that people haven't been. And you're definitely someone who would also sacrifice themselves for the greater good here. And this is definitely something people think about you but won't say to you. They definitely see you as a very loyal, trustworthy, good friend. They see you as someone who's very fun-loving. You may be the life of the party here. You may have great dance moves. You could be a great dancer, singer, and you just have a very, very light, jolly vibe to you. You're very bubbly and very cheery. And despite all this, people definitely see you as someone who works tirelessly and very, very hard here. With the Seven of Coins, you work tooth and nail, and you have a beautiful balance in the way you live your life here. And this is something people definitely admire about you and think about you secretly but won't say. Yeah, and another thing people really love about you here is you definitely have a great sense of vulnerability. Despite everything that you've been through, you're someone who definitely wears their heart on the sleeve. And yeah, I'm definitely picking up some. Yeah, like I said, you're definitely someone who's very, very conventionally attractive here. So, a lot of I think what you don't realize is you have a lot of suitors who are just sort of waiting for you to give them a chance here, or to just figure out if you're single or not, to make a move at you here. You may have very beautiful hair. People definitely speak about your hair, and they definitely think you have beautiful long hair for my women. And even if you're a guy, you have very luscious, healthy hair here. People may secretly think that you have a very pretty house. You have a very pretty aesthetic. And I feel you may even change your aesthetic. You don't have a very fixed aesthetic here. You're definitely someone who changes their aesthetic for sure. Yeah. And below the deck we have Three of Wands. So people definitely secretly see you as someone who's working very, very hard, working towards their ambition, working towards their goal, making sure that they get to where they need to be here. Yeah. I'm going to pull an oracle for any additional messages over here. What do people secretly think about pile number 1 here? What do people secretly think about pile number 1 here? We have the Alpha Draconian, which says corrupt, unethical, and cult. So I think this is someone who doesn't really like you here, This is someone who's definitely very intimidated and jealous of you here, pile number 1. So they definitely see you as someone who is corrupt and unethical, but I think mostly this is a narcissist that is just projecting, And another way that I'm really reading this card is people definitely see you as a beast. Whatever you're doing, you're like a one-man army. And Alpha Draconians, they are very ambitious. And they have this need of control and dominance also, which is very prominent here with the Emperor card. So, again, this is just what people think. It doesn't mean it's true, Any other messages, Spirit? Yeah, so that's all I have for my pile number 1s. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment. You can find my Instagram and my personal email ID for personal readings if you would like in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the Hermetic Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We are asking Spirit today, what do people secretly think about you but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 2 but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 2 but they won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 2 but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 2 but won't say? Okay. Take this. Fine, we'll take it all. More cards. More cards for pile number 2. So, people definitely think of you as someone who is very... We have the Knight of Pentacles. So, people definitely think of you as someone who is very stable, someone who likes to take their time with things. You could be any of the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you could have any of those major placements. People definitely see you as someone who's very reliant. People definitely see you as someone who's not as quick as someone else. You're definitely fiery, but you're fiery in a more grounded way. You're the kind of person that would take their time to start something, but once you've got your heels dug in, you're not someone who's going to budge. So people definitely see this tenacity and resilience about you here, pile number 2. This is definitely something that think about secretly, but won't say. They won't say that they really see you as someone who's very, very, very reliable. And people definitely see you as someone who doesn't waste a lot of time. If someone is not interested in you romantically, you're the kind of person who would just walk away. You're not someone who's going to pity themselves and cry and crib and make a scene and go above and beyond to hurt your partner. You're someone. People definitely see you as someone who moves on very quickly and really moves on, not just pretends to move on here. People definitely see you as someone who doesn't stay in the illusions for very, very long here. Yeah, and you may also come off as very attractive. You could have any of prominent Venus placements. People secretly think of you as someone who has a lot of options when it comes to romance. People definitely see you as someone who has a lot of options in romance. But despite all this, despite you being very physically attractive on the inside and the outside, people definitely see you as someone who's very fulfilled emotionally. You definitely come off as someone who's very, very independent. They definitely see you as someone who's very, very independent, who can take good care of themselves, and you just have a very abundant aura and vibe about you here. What people secretly think of you and won't say is they definitely see that you may have gone through a breakup here, you may have been defeated, you may have lost a job. But what people secretly think of you as someone they definitely see you as someone who's very lucky, but I don't think you're very lucky. I just think you're very blessed. You're the kind, pile number 2, you're definitely someone who would win even though they go through a loss, and they definitely see you as someone who takes an L and keeps it moving. That's the main message coming over here. You know, you're not someone who just drags it out till the end of eternity. And people definitely see you as someone who bounces back very, very fast once they have sort of fallen down, you know. And every time that you fall down, you definitely have a deep transformation and a glow up here. People definitely see that and think of that secretly, but won't say to you. People definitely see you as someone who's very much in love with themselves. You know, you definitely have a great relationship with yourself here, and a very healthy relationship with yourself. You don't come off as someone who's very, very arrogant. And another thing people think of you but won't say is they definitely see you as someone who's a truth bearer here. You know, we have the Ace of Swords. So you're not someone who's going to just put up with anyone's crap just for the sake of putting up with someone's crap. You know, they definitely see you as someone who's very clear about what they want. You know, you may also have great communication skills here. They definitely see you as someone who does not feel afraid to communicate their needs and their wants here. You know, and another thing that I'm getting here with the Ace of Swords is you're an excellent communicator. You know, and you're someone who likes clarity. You're very honest, and people really think of your honesty, and it's not something that they would praise you about, because, you know, it's just something that they really admire, and a lot of people feel very, very safe around you here, for sure. And you're very, very hardworking. You know, I think people don't say anything over here about your hard work is because they see it. You know, they see it that you're doing it, and it's very evident the amount of work ethic you have here. You know. But you definitely have a lot of suitors or a lot of people who are interested in you here romantically. You know, you're someone who's very, very attractive. People definitely see you as someone who's also very, very dreamy here. You know, you could be an empath, you could be psychic, you could have any psychic gifts here. You could be into spirituality, you're watching tarot, so. Yeah, people also may think of you as a heartbreaker. You know, you just have a very no-nonsense vibe to you, so I feel your romantic partners have to come correct to you if they want to come at you. Not come at you, but come towards you with love. You know, I feel I feel a lot of your romantic partners are also very jealous, and they may come at you actually. So, you know, a lot of jealousy. A lot of jealousy is here. You know, you're very, very special. We also have the Queen of Swords. Sorry, I just noticed the Queen of Swords and Ten of Wands. So people definitely think of you as someone who takes on a lot. You know, you're very, very caring. You're not someone who would just throw someone under the bus. But like I said, you know, you have a no-nonsense policy of the Queen of Swords. You know, you're someone who will just cut someone out. You know, you're very big on boundaries here, and you just have a no-nonsense policy. And honestly, just keep that. You know, that is one of the best places to be at, because it really just shows in action how much you really admire your own worth here. In a very healthy way, not in a very toxic, narcissistic way. Yeah. So we pull some oracle. Any additional messages? What do people secretly think about pile number 2 here? What do people... Okay, this card jumped. We have the tall whites. Uncertainty, distrust, guarded. So people secretly think of you as someone who's very, very guarded. You could be very tall. You could have white skin. You could be very pale. You could be an introvert over here. People definitely like your dressing sense, your style. You have a very unique way of dressing, a very quirky vibe over here. You may really like the color yellow, orange, red. Yeah, but people definitely see you as someone who's very pensive. And I think this is also something that makes you very, very attractive here. It's just your natural introvertedness and your natural self-awareness that doesn't... You don't really need to command attention. You know, you just walk into a room and you get the attention here. And people definitely see that, and they definitely think of that, and it's just something they admire secretly but won't say. A lot of people have to do the most. A lot of people have to dance to get some attention at a club. But you're the kind who would just be laid back. You'd just be chilling, having a drink or whatever, and you just have this very a very effortless vibe to you here. Yeah, so that's all I have for my pile number 2s. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment, and if you would like a private reading, you can reach me on my Instagram or my email ID, which is given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose Tarot of the Divine Masculine, this is going to be your reading. So we're asking Spirit today, what do people secretly think about you but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 3 but won't say? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and family. What do people secretly think about pile number 3 but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 3 but won't say? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family. What do people secretly think about pile number 3 but won't say? Okay, we have Ace of Cups. We have 5 of Pentacles. We have King of Swords. We have the Devil. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Wands. And we have the 3 of Cups. And behind the deck we have Page of Pentacles. So first things first, what people secretly think about you but won't say is, people definitely see you as someone who's very, very physically attractive. You could be very handsome if you're a guy, or if you're a woman, you're very, 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 very attractive to the same sex and the opposite sex here. So people definitely see you as someone who's very, very conventionally attractive and desirable. We have the 10 of Cups. People definitely see you as someone that they would want to have kids with. They definitely see you as hubby-wifey material here. You have this very, you just have this hotness, but with your hotness, you definitely have this very loving nature to you. You come off as someone who's not just very hot, but also very cute. You sort of have both this duality within you here. With your edginess and your cuteness over here. And people definitely see you as someone who has a lot of love for themselves. And for people who know your story, they understand that you're very, very strong and you're very, very resilient here. They definitely secretly think about your resilience here, because especially people who know you, and because I feel like you have gone through a lot here. You've probably dealt with a lot of people betraying you, backstabbing you, cheating you. I feel some of y'all don't have a parent, and you've just had a very difficult time growing up. But despite that, you look very unfazed, and you have this deep maturity about you with the King of Wands. You're a great, excellent communicator here. You're very good at articulating not just your thoughts but your feelings. But despite being all that, despite being a leader, we also have the King of Wands. You definitely retain your youthfulness and your charm and your innocence and just your self-love. People definitely see you as someone who definitely loves themselves in a very healthy way here. And like I said, you're a great communicator. And I feel a lot of people are even intimidated by you over here with the King of Swords. People are very intimidated by just your bluntness and your ability to seek truth out of any given situation. So I feel a lot of people can't lie to you, manipulate you, or just get something out of you here very easily, because you see right through them. This King of Swords, he's just seeing right through the BS, so to speak, over here. And yeah, you could have a very lean figure, you could be very tall. People definitely admire that about you. People definitely think you're from another culture, so where you live, people don't think you are from there. You have a very exotic, unique look to you. You could be an Aquarius. And yeah, so you could definitely be a tarot reader yourself. You could have a YouTube channel you could have a YouTube channel. Or you could be a healer, Reiki teacher, yoga teacher, because we have the intuition card, which is the high priestess in this deck. So people definitely see you as an empath, as an intuitive. People definitely see you as someone, like, things can't just slide through you. You always will find out if something is going on behind your back. And another thing people really secretly think about you is, but won't say, is your courage. They definitely see you as someone who has a lot of courage here with the King of Wands. They definitely see you as someone who's very bold, very rebellious, very confident, and you stand in your truth, so to speak, here. And you're very well aware. You're very self-aware of your truth here. And people definitely see that. People definitely see you as the sun. They see you as joy. You definitely have a very happy-go-lucky vibe over here. You could be very synchronistic to birds also. And yeah, people definitely see you as a great friend. We have the Three of Cups. They definitely see you as someone they can go out with, they can party with. They definitely see you as a life of the party. They definitely see you as someone who likes outdoors. I'm getting that for some of y'all. You could very much, you could be the kind of person who posts a lot of pictures about their hikes or about where they go outdoors, especially. Yeah. And yeah, even with this Five of Pentacles, I'm getting, people definitely assume this about you, that you're the kind of person who leaves a lot of people out in the cold, and you're probably a heartbreaker over here. But I don't think that is very much true. I think you're very kind and loving, and it's just, you're definitely someone who has boundaries, and boundaries are important and necessary. But they definitely see you as someone who can't be fooled easily. We have the Eight of Cups over here. So they definitely see you as someone that cannot be fooled. You're not going to wait for anyone, so to speak here. You take your time seriously and what you do very seriously, and if someone is not interested in you, you would just keep it moving. So people find it very, very difficult to confuse you. Yeah, I feel that's why I'm picking up a lot of people are even mad here, because they cannot fool you anymore, so to speak, over here. For the oracle. Any additional messages? So we have 2 cards. We have the Anunnaki, which says controlling, drama, conflict of interest. So with this card, I'm getting here, I think you're not engaging with people the way you used to anymore, because you have changed. You have definitely transformed, and you have this very no BS attitude about you. So you don't care so much about gossip, and people think you're acting brand new, and you sort of are, and you should over here. Because you're not interested in other people's dramas, and you could honestly care less. You're very focused on your own. We have the Merkaba, so you're very focused on your own movement, long distance travel, and excitement. So you're definitely someone who's working on their new endeavors. That's what I'm picking up here. You're definitely someone who's charging forward in whatever you're doing. You could be entrepreneurs. You could have started something new. You could have started a YouTube channel. You're definitely someone who. And I think another thing that I'm picking up with this Merkaba is people think they cannot keep up with you because you're just so on the move. And I think it's not that. I think you're constantly evolving, transforming, bettering yourself. And people who do not want to do that and want to secretly compete with you, because I feel a lot of people are in secret competition here with you, they definitely see you as a yardstick, and you're definitely way ahead of them anyway. But they definitely want to. There are a lot of people in secret competition with you over here, but you're just driving your Merkaba and your chariot further and further. You're like moving at lightning speed over here. So people definitely see your success over here, but they won't. A lot of people won't congratulate you on your success, just because they're just so jealous. Yeah, but that just means keep doing you. You may also be a lone wolf over here, so just keep doing you, and I definitely see a lot of abundance and greatness coming towards you here. You're definitely destined for some big stuff. Yeah, so that's all I have for my pile number 3s. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and you can reach me for a personal reading. My email and my Instagram is in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the Deviant Moon Tarot, this is going to be a reading. We are asking Spirit and Angels today, what do people secretly think about you behind your back but won't say? What do people secretly think about you behind your back but won't say? Clear, concise messages, Spirit, thank you. What do people secretly think about pile number 4 but won't say? Clear, concise messages, Spirit, thank you. What do people secretly think behind pile number 4's back but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 4 behind their back but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 4 behind their back but won't say? What do people secretly think about pile number 4 behind their back but won't say? Clear, concise messages, Spirit, thank you. So we have the High Priestess. We have the 4 of Coins. We have the Magician. Okay, very powerful pile. We have the Judgment. We have Death. We have the Sun. We have 8 of Cups. We have 3 of Pentacles. And we have Queen of Cups. Okay. And behind the deck we have Chariot. So pile number 4, you're definitely my empaths, my tarot readers, my psychics, my Reiki healers, my yoga teachers. You're very, very intuitive, you're very, very psychic. Or even if you're not any of these things, even if you're not spiritual, even if you have a very 3D worldly job, you're definitely someone who relies very heavily on their instinct in a way to maneuver and navigate their way through. Because we have the Queen of Cups, we have the High Priestess starting the reading, and we have the Queen of Cups ending the reading here. So you're definitely very, very, very powerful psychically. You have great intuition, and I feel a lot of y'all just need to start listening to your intuition. And this is something people secretly think about you but won't say. People just won't say that you're right all the time, because you are right all the time here, pile number 4. People definitely see you as someone who's very reserved. People see you as someone who really values their time, and I don't think you were like this all the time. I think you have just become like this. You care a lot about whom you spend your time with and who you give yourself to, because you understand that energy is exchange and you don't give access to everyone. So people are definitely talking about this. People definitely secretly think that you're not very accessible, even though you may be in the public eye. I feel for a lot of you all here. And I just realized, so we have the Magician and the High Priestess. So not only people don't only just notice your psychic abilities, but also your manifestation abilities. So you may say a lot of things that may just happen. And I feel even people who mess with you get a lot of instant karma here. So you're definitely very, very powerful. I feel this is the most powerful of the reading I've done today, because you have the Magician and we have the High Priestess. So, and again, I feel you could be in the public eye in some way. You're definitely destined for something very, very great here. So if you already aren't there, I think you will be there very, very soon. And I feel a lot of you all are working towards it. And yeah, we have so many major arcana. So we have the Judgment, Death, and the Sun card. So people definitely see you as someone who's very just, and they definitely see you as a leader. You're not someone who's just concerned with themselves. You're very, very, you really take care of people around you, and you definitely call judgment upon people that you see are going through something unfair. You're definitely going to side with the downtrodden over here. You're definitely someone who will speak up for others. You're definitely someone who realizes that you have a voice, and you also use your voice very, very intentionally over here. You come off as very intelligent, and people won't say this to you. People definitely secretly think of you as someone who's very, very intelligent. And we have the Eight of Cups and Death. So what I'm getting here is you're very quick to cut people out. You know, you have a very zero tolerance policy for bullshit, and I think that is the way to be, honestly, you know. And despite your shrewdness, despite your great communication skills and your intuitiveness, people definitely see you as someone who's very much in touch with their inner child. You could be very goofy, you know. I think this is just your close friends. I don't think everyone realizes just how goofy and funny and friendly, and you know, you're sort of the gesture in your friends. You know, you're the one who makes people laugh over here. You definitely have this great lightheartedness here with the Sun card. You know, people definitely see you shine. You definitely shine in a crowd here, so to speak. And another thing people won't say to you, but secretly think of you, is they definitely see you as someone who's very, very good at working with other people. You're very, very collaborative. You're a pack leader. You're a team player. You know, you could play sports. You could play a lot of sports, which has a lot of team effort stuff. Yeah, so people just see you as someone who's very, very balanced. And you know, you definitely have a very counselor vibe. So if you're not already a counselor of some sort, you know, people definitely come to you with their problems. And people definitely see you as someone who doesn't stay in that one rotten situation for long. You know, you keep it moving. And people really admire this about you, but won't say. So you're very, very talented. You could be very artistic over here. You could be. You could be a great dancer. You could enjoy just moving your body. You could go to the gym. Yeah. So, you know, if you haven't tapped into your psychic gifts, you definitely need to, because, you know, it's kind of cool to get the magician here with the high priestess. So you're very, very intuitive, and I think what Spirit is really saying here is start paying more close attention to your gut feelings, because they will never lie to you. And that is something that is going to help you maneuver through very difficult times, you know. Yeah. But I feel all the challenges you have, they're just meant to grow. They're just meant to push you to grow over here. You're definitely destined for some great stuff here, pile number 4, for sure. Any final oracle? Any final messages? What do people secretly think about pile number 4? What do I say? We have the crop circles, which says messages, curiosity, and signs. So people definitely see you as, I'm just reminded of Alice in the Wonderland. So people definitely see you as someone who's very curious. People definitely see you as someone who's very spiritual, and you're definitely on a path here. And people definitely see this about you. People definitely see that you're following your destiny. You're not someone who does what a lot of people do, you know. You're sort of carving your own path over here. And I feel that's what you're sort of being led over here to do something very, very specific. So you're definitely very blessed. You're very, very blessed here, pile number 4. So, you know, if you're not practicing gratitude, you really need to start practicing gratitude, because it'll really push your manifestations up to 100, and your intuition too. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my pile number 4s. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and if you would like to reach me for a personal reading, you can find my details in the description box below, my email and my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.